Well, President-elect Biden is set to arrive in D.C. later this afternoon, and when he does, he'll be returning to D.C. surrounding a security presence for an inauguration unlike any other in modern history. Security measures started going into effect earlier than in prior years. Much of downtown Washington, including the National Mall, has been sealed off with military checkpoints since Friday. More than a dozen metro stations have been closed, and miles of fences and barriers now encircle the ceremonial heart of the city. Bloomberg's Sophia Kai reports from a fortified Washington.
Downtown D.C. looks like a city preparing for war as officials scramble to fortify the city ahead of Biden's presidential inauguration. Law enforcement officials are really bracing for the worst-case scenario. Huge swaths of the city have been blocked off, and 25,000 National Guardsmen have been authorized to be deployed to D.C. Behind me, several National Guardsmen from Pennsylvania are manning a checkpoint on Massachusetts Avenue. The city is on edge. For D.C. residents, journalists, shop owners, and lawmakers, this isn't just the nation's capital, but also where they live and work. It's becoming harder and harder to navigate all the road closures. Some metro stations are closed, parking garages downtown are closed, and even Capitol Bike Share has been paused temporarily in the Capitol area.
So what you're looking at here is a perimeter that's been set up around Capitol Hill.
All of a sudden there are fences and concrete barriers going up everywhere, and armed National Guardsmen patrolling the streets. There's sirens wailing at all hours of the day. The neighborhood has really become a war zone. The inauguration was designated a national special security event, so security preparation was underway a week earlier than planned. The National Mall is where crowds usually gather to watch the inauguration, but this year it'll be fenced off and closed to the public. The DC mayor has asked that people tune in to the inauguration from the comfort of their homes. And she's asking businesses to download and display signs that say firearms are not welcome. Many downtown stores are putting up plywood and shuttering windows.
We're currently on 13th and H Street, and the streets are completely empty.
It's the latest blow for a city that has been shaken by coronavirus lockdowns and Black Lives Matter protests following the murder of George Floyd.
Big thank you to Bloomberg's Sophia Kai for that reporting.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.